How's it going? Welcome to Change is Good. My name is Brian, and can you believe it? This will be our first circulated penny hunt on this channel. I haven't hunted pennies since late 2022, so it's been roughly 2 years since I've been through a bag or a box of pennies. I've had some amazing finds in these bags before I had this channel. Here are some samples of those finds. In one bag, I found a 1994P DDR FS801 in AU58. Even though it graded AU, it's essentially in red condition. The very next bag gave me this, a 1992D Close AM FS901 in AU55 condition. This is one of the rarest and most valuable varieties you can find in pennies. And 3 bags later, I pulled this, a 1995D DDO FS103 in AU55 condition. This is one of the rarest double dyes you can find on pennies. As you can see, these bags have promise. And even though I haven't hunted through pennies in roughly 2 years, I've still been buying the coin machine bags on a regular basis. I'm currently sitting on nearly 500,000 unsearched pennies. Although it's been a while, it'll be fun to get back into a bag. Now, when I do a penny hunt, I look for essentially everything, which means this bag will take me a while. Because of the time involved, I won't be pouring this bag into a nice shiny pile. Instead, I'll be hunting from the bag directly and come back when I have a find. As I hunt through this bag, I have a very detailed list of what to look for. Let me show you what I mean. I use a customized, detailed spreadsheet of what to look for. This page is for the years 1959 through 2003. The second page is for the years 2004 through present, although I don't have a couple of double dyes found on the 2024 penny. They were discovered after I made this spreadsheet, but don't worry, I'll be looking for those too. And in case you're wondering, I have a variety and error guide for every denomination. We have pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins. And guess what? These variety and error guides are free to my viewers. If you send me an email to the email listed in the video description, changeisgoodviewercontact@gmail.com, I'll send you a digital copy of any variety guide you request. These are far superior to any cornrow hunting mat you'll find on the market, and these don't cost you a penny. As you can see, I search for a wide assortment of varieties and mint errors, probably much more than most people look for, and believe me, I find them. And now, enough talk. Let's get to the hunt. Folks, we have an open bag. Ain't that a beautiful sight? I'll be back when I have a find. We have our first wheat scent of the hunt. It's a 1917 Philadelphia. It's nice that the first wheat scent's from the teens. I've got 2 more laying here too. We have a 1940D and a 1956D. Not a bad start. Let's keep going. Well, the bag's heating up. We have another wheat scent here. Let's see what we get. It's a 52D. We also have some Canadians. This one is from the year 2000. We have another one from 1992. And check this out. 1983 Philadelphia, but when I flip it over, has a rotated die error. I have never found one of these on a penny before. This is a first for me. Before we get back to it, I'll explain a rotated die a little bit more clearly. The coin on the left has a regular die. You flip it over from top to bottom, it looks like this. This one, on the other hand, you flip it upside down, it looks like this. The die was rotated. This is a mint error. Now let's get back to the hunt. Okay, I finished the rest of that pile. We had 3 finds, and the first one here is a wheat scent. Let's see what we get. The 1946 Philadelphia. We'll take it. Now, for the other 2 finds, we'll go to the scope. First up, we have a 1962D with a repunched mint mark. If you look at the mint mark, you'll see a small split here at the top left corner. This is one of over 30 different RPMs you can find on the 1962D. Here's a close-up shot at a different angle so you can more clearly see the splitting here at the top left corner. And next up, we have a regular 1984 Philadelphia. Look at the lettering here in Liberty, the date, and the motto across the top of the coin. Now, we're going to compare this coin to this example here. Here you can see Liberty's a lot thicker than the last example, and there are small notches here at the top left corner of the lettering. Now, the date doesn't really have any extra thickness on it, but if you go up here to the motto and go toward the left, you'll see as you go further toward the left, the lettering becomes more and more doubled. Check out the words "in God." That's beautiful. This is DDO number 3 on Variety Vista, or WDDO number 2 in the Wexler files. This is not a cherry picker's variety, but I believe it absolutely should be. It's a great double die. Now let's get back to the hunt. Okay, that pile is done. We've made some progress. We also have 3 more wheat scents. This first one, the 1955D. The second one, the 1944 Philadelphia. And the third one, the 1954D. We also have one more Canadian. This one is from the year 1977. Now for the other finds, we'll go to the scope. Here we have the reverse of a 2022D. On this example, you can see a die crack running from the top of the shield through the letter A all the way to the rim. It's a pretty nice die crack, so I'll pull it out. Next up, we have the reverse of a regular 2022D. Look at the lettering here in America, and especially look at the bottom of the letters. Now compare this example to this example here. Notice how much thicker the bottom of the lettering is here in the word America. There's a distinct difference. You can also see extra thickness here in the LB initials and some extra thickness and distortion over here in the JFM initials. The Wechsler files list 5 different double die reverses for this date, the most of any website. I couldn't find any matching die markers, so this is either a new variety or an existing variety in a different die stage. All right, now let's get back to the hunt. All right, the bag is finally finished. We have 4 more wheat cents to check out. Let's see what we get. First one, it's a 1957D. The second one, it's a 51D. Third one's a nice, pretty parking lot coin. And it is a 53D. And the last wheat cent of the hunt, it's a 41 Philadelphia. We also have one more Canadian to add to the list. This one is pretty good shape. And from the year 1995. All right, for the rest of the finds, we'll go back to the scope. Wait a minute, have we seen this before? It's another 2022D with a die crack running from the shield up through the letter A to the rim. This is from the exact same die as the last example we found, but a slightly later die stage because the crack's just a little bit thicker than the last example. And for our grand finale, we have a pair of double dot reverses on a 2022D. You can see extra thickness here at the bottom of the lettering all the way across the top of the coin. There's also a die gouge here below the O in the word of. This is VDDR number 1 on Variety Vista or WDDR number 2 in the Wechsler files. I found the die markers for this one. Here's a closer shot of the die gouge here below the letter O in the word of. And a die marker on the obverse is this die gouge here at the top right corner of the W in the word we. All right, now let's do a recap of the hunt. Well, for the first ever true penny hunt on this channel, we did quite well. This is why I love hunting coin machine bags because, as you can see, they're often very promising. For starters, here we have 6 uncirculated red coppers from 1960 through 1979. I love red copper. I also pulled out some decent 2009 Philadelphias and Denvers. Now, they don't have a lot of value, but they are low mintage, so I do keep them in rolls. We also had 12 wheat cents, with the oldest one being from 1917. We had 4 Canadian pennies, 2 2022Ds with die cracks on the reverse. I also pulled out some San Francisco minted pennies from 1968 through 1973. Now for varieties, we had a 1962D with a repunched mint mark, a 1984P DDO number 3, and 3 2022D DDRs. And the find of the hunt, the 1983P with a rotated die. That alone would have made the hunt by itself. We also had a total of exactly 4 pounds of copper. Not bad. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it made you wish you were a coin machine, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story. And some of those stories just might make you question reality. I'll see y'all next time.